Project Inspire, for those of you who are new, is the Jewish Unity Organization. We take women, and their men are on a trip right now in Tampa. Men and women on trips to Israel and trips to fun places like Puerto Rico to break down barriers. We take Jews, we're all one people, and we invite Jews from all backgrounds, all levels of observance, not observance, knowledge, Jewish knowledge, no Jewish knowledge, whatever, just we're all one people, one body. And in times like these, we feel this is more important than ever. This retreat was scheduled months and months ago, and it's really the time we all need to come together. And you'll hear more. I wanted to, first I'm going to introduce Devorah Buxbaum, our trip leader. Then you'll hear from Lauren Levitt, without whom this trip wouldn't be possible, to speak about the logistics. And I'm going to give it over to Devorah to give you the vibe of the trip.
The vibe of the trip. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much, Kayla. It is so exciting to see new faces on here, some faces that I recognize, some new names. I want to warmly welcome you to the Project Inspire Puerto Rico trip. We, like Kayla said, the timing of this trip really could not have been better. It is so important that with everything that is going on in the world right now, that we truly find the time to unite as Jewish women, to find our strongest inner spark and let it light up on fire. And of course, it's no coincidence that this trip is right before Hanukkah, which has so much potent energy that we will be able to harness before Hanukkah, so that we can enter into Hanukkah our strongest Jewish unified selves. It is so powerful and it's so exciting. So I want to welcome you. I love the way that Lauren, if you were already on in the beginning, I love the way she said, it's all about being ourselves. It's all about being vulnerable and creating a safe space with one another. Project Inspire is so much about being non-judgmental, understanding that everybody comes from different places, different backgrounds, but it makes no difference, because here we are as a united group of Jewish women coming for really the same purpose. We're all coming together for the same purpose. And it is so incredibly powerful when we can really find that within ourselves, to let one another into that space, open up space for each other. There's no judging. It's really just the safest space. So when Lauren said that about the video call, that is a great way to understand how Project Inspire works. It's very important already on the call now for me to mention that with all of the intense planning that Lauren, give her a huge shout out, that Lauren and Kayla have put into this trip, and it is tremendous. The amount of attention to details, it's just beyond, and we owe them so much gratitude. That being said, we are going to ride the waves. Everything that happens is exactly the way that it is supposed to happen. And so we're already starting our positivity journey now, in terms of understanding that if something feels like a glitch, we're going to make our plan B our plan A. We're going to make our secondary our first, and it's going to be the most incredible thing. And I really want to encourage everybody already now to step into that positivity and knowing it's just going to be great. I mean, it is going to be great already. There's no cooking, no cleaning, no thinking about responsibility. Everything will be handed to you, and you just get to learn about yourselves and about one another and a bit more about our Jewish roots. So it's gonna be great. There is nothing that won't be great, and so we are already stepping into that positivity. We have a very special appearance from our trip educator, Nalini, who is, I just want to give her a shout out. We are so blessed to have her. Well, we're blessed to have her with us on this Zoom call, but we're very, very much looking forward to her wisdom and her personality and her full self. She's an incredible educator. And Nalini, we want to welcome you. You can just unmute yourself and just say hello to these wonderful women.
Hi, so nice to see all these beautiful faces. Looking forward to getting to know you and to learn together in sunny Puerto Rico. And I'm just excited to spend time with one another. And I love the energy already, Deborah. It's coming through. I'm feeling all the positive energy.
Perfect. Okay, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be just amazing. Everyone's going to bring their full selves. Let's hear from a few women. I'm going to, let's see this. Wow. Thank God, guys. You really showed up tonight. Thank you so much. Let's see, who I can call on, who can unmute themselves. Tell us where they're coming from. Tell us why they're here. Tell us why they're super excited for our Puerto Rico Project Inspired trip. Let's see. I see a Tippy. She's a little dark, but I see her. Tippy! Yeah. Tippy?
Okay, can you hear me?
We hear you.
Okay, I'm coming to you from the road, traveling from upstate, but definitely in travel mode. This is going to be the best one that we've ever had from all of our experiences because we're going to sunny Puerto Rico and it's so tropical and exciting. And it's Erev Hanukkah and donuts and everything else that's important.
Exactly. It's all about the donuts, Tippy.
Has to be. What filling, what flavor, how many. There's a lot that goes into it.
There's so much depth to the donut. Wow, we have no idea. Okay, we're so happy that you're joining us, Tippy. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's see. I see some new faces here. Alexandra, are you here?
Is Alexandra's first? We were calling you out because we were very excited that Alexandra.
She is here. I just don't see her face, but she's here.
Okay, fine. So Alexandra's on the call, but Alexandra's on the call with her friend Amelia, who actually got the very last spot, I believe, on this trip due to cancellations. That was super exciting. So we thought that was worthy of an extra call out. Am I pronouncing your name correctly, Amelia? I hope so.
Hi, I'm here. I'm sorry. I just had my daughter next to me and I couldn't figure out how to put the camera on. Yes. Emilia is also here, I think, right? Yes, she is. And I'm sure she is also very excited to join the trip.
Alexandra, where do you live in Florida?
Yes, I'm in Florida.
Amazing. But Amelia lives in Jersey.
This is your first Project Inspire trip?
I can't hear. I'm sorry. Say it again.
Is this your first Project Inspire trip?
Yes, it is.
Okay, welcome. We are super excited. Can't wait to meet you in person.
Looking forward.
And Amelia also, I saw you there. Hi, Amelia.
I saw her, so she's definitely there. Okay. Thank you.
She's trying to unmute.
No, we're not doing that yet.
How about Wendy? Wendy, I met you out in Long Island, right? And
Hi, how are you?
The beautiful evening wine tasting.
Can I see my show of hands? Actually, I would love. I'm going to do this.
I'm so sorry, ladies. Hi, I'm sorry. I couldn't find the unmute button. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Amelia.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say I'm very, very excited that I got the last spot that was available. And I'm very grateful for Alex, who actually told me about this trip. And yeah, I'm very, very excited to meet everybody. And I know during this difficult time that Israel is going through right now, I think it's very important for all of us to connect and talk about it and support each other. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well said. Beautifully said.
Thank
Carol
you.
Drucker, hi.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Thanks. I'm kind of a last minute joiner because I was supposed to be in Israel, so I'm super sad about not going there, but so grateful that you guys are having this trip now because I could really use a shot of inspiration.
Okay, amazing. We're gonna really, everyone here we're gonna inspire one another. We're gonna lift up one another. I usually do this on the trip itself, but I'm curious by show of hands, how many of you, this is your very first Project Inspire experience? And if your face is not on, you could give me like a hand. You know how to do that? You know how to get fancy? There we go. See, okay, a nice number of you. Okay. So welcome. Within a few moments, you're going to feel like you've been part of the Project Inspire family for a while. There are definitely a number of hands. So just a very important reminder that as people start to see each other and as people start to greet one another, just remember, we're all part of this club together. So pretend like you're a leader, because you are, and just introduce yourself, bring somebody in. If they're new, if they're not new, it's always wonderful to make everybody feel at home. And we really rely on the energy in this group to do that. So thank you. Let me just see if there's anybody else here. How about Katerina Bartha? Are you on the call?
Hi. Yeah. Hi. I'm super excited about it. This is like, I needed this like a huge shot in the arm. It was just like whatever, the conflagration kicked me into this, and I'm super excited about it. And I really am looking forward to connecting with all of you. And I'm based in New York City, so I hang around with the Manhattan Project Inspire ladies.
Nice, lucky you.
I went on a trip in 2019 that changed my life and inspired my continuing deepening for my into my Jewish journey. And so I'm very, very excited.
Beautiful. Okay. Oh, wonderful. So happy that you're here. I'm really amazed by how many, and people are still texting in that this is their first time. So this is really, really exciting. There's something very special to coming back. And like I said, we welcome all of those back. And there's also something so special for this being your first experience. And then I just have one more question, and then I'll call on one more person, and then I'm going to hand it over to Lauren and for questions. I'm just wondering how many others. I know Carol said she was supposed to be in Israel. Anybody else that was meant to be in Israel either now or around this time, just by show of hands?
Me, Elise, some of these ladies here, we were meant to be in Israel together. We had a big trip, 94 women, and we all got canceled. Yeah.
I saw so Ashley was on the call before. I think she had to sign off. Ashley from Toronto.
No, she's here. She's here.
Oh, she's on. Great. So Ashley calling you out also as part of that.
Ashley, Elise.
Shalamis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me as well. Me as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to bring back in Wendy because we kind of interrupted you, Wendy. I wanted to say hi and welcome you. And I think this is your first retreat with us, yes?
It is, and I'm so excited to go. I'm so happy that you guys are letting me join you.
We're thrilled to have you. Sorry, I don't want to step on your toes, Devorah, but...
No, not at all. We can definitely simultaneously, especially I'm like navigating the screen here, we can definitely call on multiple people at once. I also wanted to call on Michelle Wilson. Is she here?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Michelle.
Yes, this is my first time, and I'm so excited to be part of this event and to meet all of you and to get to leave my real life behind for a few days and be inspired with all of you.
Beautiful. Okay, we're so happy.
I just wanted to throw in there because I think it's important that Brooklyn has a large group representing on this trip, and we didn't really necessarily call it an individual from Brooklyn on this right now on the call, but big shout out to Brooklyn. We're so excited for all of you to be joining us. So
thank you, Shalamis. Thank you. Go Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, here we come.
Yeah. We have women from Brooklyn, from Cleveland, from Florida, from Long Island, from New Jersey, from there's
Toronto.
more. Toronto. Connecticut, yeah.
Maryland.
Maryland.
Eve from Maryland. I don't see your face, but I know you're on here.
I am here. I've been multitasking because it's also my youngest 17th birthday today. So we were just doing the Carvel cake celebration. Thank you. So yes, very excited to be
Eve, we're
joining.
so happy that you're joining us. Eve was also supposed to be in Israel around this time, and that trip was canceled.
Looking forward to spending this inspirational time with all of you.
Yes, welcome. So glad you're here. I want to tell you all a quick story, very, very quick, and then I'm going to turn it over to Lauren. I just think that the Project Inspire World, you should just know, it is so unbelievable. So I run a program for teenage girls. I'm sure it will come up on our trip, but I'll tell you more about it. But one of the things that I do is I send out a lot of incentives and prizes when the girls do certain things. So I send out a lot of Starbucks gift cards. And one of the email addresses that I had for one of the girls, I sent it out, and the next morning the girl said to me, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I sent you the wrong email address." So I said, "Okay, no problem, send me the new address," thinking the other one probably went to spam, and I'll send out the new one. In the meantime, I get a call, or actually a text, a WhatsApp, from a number that I did not have in my phone, and she says, "Hi, Devorah. This is Jordana, and I'm a little confused because my friend's daughter, who is a nurse in Lenox Hill, just received a gift card from you, and she's totally confused as to why you would have sent her a Starbucks gift card." So I'm thinking, like, who is this person texting me? I have absolutely no idea. So of course I have to excuse myself and say, "I'm so sorry. I don't have you on my phone. I have no idea who you are. How do you know my name?" You know, she says, "No, it's me. I went on a Project Inspire trip with you, and your name had come up, and my friend recognized your name." Anyway, so needless to say, I am completely in touch with this girl that received my Starbucks gift card through the Project Inspire world, and it just reminds me just how we really are, just one big, beautiful, beautiful family. So welcome all to the Project Inspire family. So excited that you're here. And without further ado, I'm going to call upon Lauren to go over some of the logistics of our upcoming trip. Thank you, Lauren, so much.
Sure. So, I mean, I actually want to open up the floor to questions. The main logistics to share is primarily that tomorrow you will all be receiving an email, and in it we'll have a link to join the WhatsApp group. That's really important because starting tomorrow, we'll primarily really only be contacting you and sharing announcements and information on WhatsApp, not so much by email after that. It will include a packing list. I know many of you have asked. Nothing on this packing list will be things you don't own. Do not worry. But certainly it's a recommended packing list if that's, helpful to you. Or you could just pack whatever you want. We do encourage you to not, and by encourage, we mean strongly encourage you to not check luggage. As it is, the flight's only getting close to 1 for the majority of people, and we want to get the grounds running and get a full day in still on the first day. And so if we have to wait around for people's luggage, it's going to delay that. So please try to do hand luggage only. As I said in this WhatsApp group, we'll be in touch with you from the moment that pretty much from the moment you actually get in your airplane, we'll be in touch with you already. But certainly by the time you land, you will know where to go. You will know where to meet us. We will be providing transportation for those who majority, as I said, very much majority of people who are on those flights that get in that range of time. For those of you getting in a little bit later, the hotel is extremely close to the airport. You can get an Uber very easily. It's, I think, 10-minute drive, maybe even less. So that takes care of that, and we'll be taking care of you from the moment that you land till the moment that you get back on that airplane. So you really don't need to worry about anything. We're very excited. We did send out a copy of the itinerary last week, but certainly And then, as I said, the packing list will come tomorrow. If there's other questions you have in the meantime, like certainly feel free to ask now. Feel free to reach out. We try to get back to people within 24 hours when you email the retreat@projectinspire.com. Sometimes it takes a drop closer to 48, but we really try for 24. So feel free to shoot more emails there. And off the top of my head, I don't even have that much to share as far as logistics. We're very, very excited. A lot of time and effort went into trying to offer different things that speak to different people. Pray for good weather. And that's about it. But feel free. I don't know who wants to start off with questions, whoever it is. The packing list is coming tomorrow. Someone just asked that. Yeah. I know Ellisberg has questions. If you want to unmute yourself, or you can post something on the chat. She's posting on the chat.
Hello.
Hello.
It's easier to talk than to start typing. Okay, so number one, is there a way to find out, or do I have to wait till the group chat to find out if anyone else is taking the 5:59 a.m. flight? The reason I say that is that I'm going to I need to take a taxi because the hotel doesn't offer transportation. So how do I find out if anyone else is on the 5:59 flight out of JFK? So maybe we can share a taxi together. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, I called the hotel already, and they said as long as my name is in the system already with a room number, or if you give me a reservation number, they will go ahead and give me a band and give me, access to the pool and everything. But either I need to be guaranteed that my name will be in their system by the time I get there, because I'm getting so early, or I need a reservation number.
So to answer your first question, primarily, I would say the easiest way, really, by tomorrow, we'll have people, this chat up and running. So it'll be easiest to really, for people to be able to have each other's numbers and just private message regarding flight times and coordinating. I know some of you are getting there a couple of days early. Some of you are staying a day late. So this way, if you could post in the chat. And I mean, again, the chat will be open for the first couple of days. We probably will close it down later this week, just for the sake of having admins only to be able to share important announcements until people really get to where we need to be on Sundays. So, but between tomorrow and Friday, you'll have access to chatting. And I think it's probably best for people to private message each other. Ellis can post in the chat saying, is anyone on this flight? And then if you are, please feel free to private message her, saying I'm on that flight as well. And this way you guys can coordinate. If for some reason, again, we have requested at this point, all of you have I think everyone has pretty much filled out the form with flight information. So certainly if for some reason on the chat you don't get responses, you can be in touch with us, retreat@projectinspire.com, and somebody will look it up for you, later this week as well. We happen to just be slightly inundated with the last minute stuff, but certainly happy to help. And please, reach out. But if you don't hear back tomorrow or Tuesday, feel free to reach out to us.
Okay.
So that's number one. Regarding number two, every single person's name is going to be on the list. You will not have access to checking into your room if you arrive early. So I can make sure that they give you a wristband to access the facilities and use the pools, etc. But you will definitely not have access to getting into your room at that hour.
Oh, no. The room I have no problem with. That I completely understand.
Perfect.
I just want
yes.
I just want the access to the pool and everything else, since I'll be getting on 11 o'clock in the morning.
Totally. Enjoy.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And the last thing is, because everything's paid for, are they going to be giving water bottles while we're there, or do I have to bring my water bottle and just fill it up all the time, or do we have access to water bottles anytime we need without paying?
So generally speaking, with everything, we really try to take care of everything from start to finish. So we generally provide water bottles throughout. And I think even as we, the answer is yes. I always like to say, just in case if you're the type of person who needs water every second, and that's going to be a huge deal for you, which is fine if it is, no judgment at all.
Yeah.
Then it's good to bring yours just in case. And
I bring mine everywhere. I brought it to Israel.
Yes,
I bring mine
Kayla,
everywhere because I drink like a camel.
Always.
Yeah. Bring it.
So I think it's worthwhile to bring it, but generally speaking, yes, we will be providing water bottles for you throughout the trip, and you will have access to water throughout the trip, as well as, snacks, etc. Coffee and tea stations pretty much set up all the time. Even for the early risers, we really, really try to take care of you from start to finish. But at the end of the day, there's, we try our best, and like Devorah said, we put a lot of effort into this, and there's always, unfortunately, things that sort of occasionally don't go exactly the way you want, and if there's not water at that moment, then you should have yours just in case.
Yeah, and the last thing is, how do we find out who our roommate is?
If you requested a roommate, then you're with that roommate. We definitely accommodated everyone's requests.
Okay.
If you did not make it, then we selected a roommate for you based on what we felt was the best fit. And you will find out that roommate as soon as you arrive.
Thank you.
Yes. Anyone else? Everybody's.
Is it Elise? Is it Ellis or Elise?
Elise.
That's what I thought. Elise. Okay. Elise, you asked everyone's questions. Brilliant.
Cool. Actually, I have one more. If you don't mind. Okay. So for the rock climbing, is there anything like, do I need to bring gloves for that? Any type of special equipment I need to bring for that
No, the answer is no, but also that will be included in tomorrow's email, and I'll repost it in the WhatsApp group also once we get it rocking and rolling. But you'll know if there's anything you need to bring or dress a certain way for a certain activity, we will let you know about that. Definitely it's the case that if you're doing the challenging trail, you don't need like gloves, but I would say like you should wear closed-toe shoes for sure. I think everybody should probably wear closed-toe shoes and water shoes.
Absolutely.
But it's not, I don't think you need gloves now.
Okay.
No, but we will include that all for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? We answered everybody's questions.
Okay. Is it true that you bring a chef and a chef to do the cooking and a pastry chef?
Not the pastry chef, but I think
Not the pastry chef.
Okay, I've got a question going back to the hike.
Wendy, what was that?
Going back to the hike. So
Yes.
I signed up for the challenging one, and I think I'm pretty okay, but I'm not 18. Like, how challenging does challenging mean?
Totally. I think the primary difference, actually, Chaya Azer, who we should have introduced, I'm sorry, who works on our staff and is coming on this trip, and she's wonderful, actually did a lot of research. Thank you to Chaya. She's waving. Also known as Phyllis Azer.
Phyllis.
Exactly. Also known as Phyllis. But yes. Okay. And Leora is saying she loves the question also. Okay. So the answer is the deal with challenging, the primary difference that from either been to Puerto Rico, from my understanding, as well as Chaya's, is that the challenging, we wanted people to have an option to feel like the non-challenging tour, it sounds like there's an aspect about it, like meaning I don't think anything is just like a walk in the park per se, but I think the challenging adds on a certain physical activity as far as I think there's like again, it's not required, but I think that there's a little bit more of like climbing on rocks in order to get to a certain area where there's like a rope jump, actually. Not like a major, like, oh my gosh, you're like zip lining type, but that's a separate piece, which we're not doing. But it involves like a little bit more, it sounds like physical activity to be able to get to that section, which is a little bit more like rigorous. So we did put it down as challenging. Some people you speak to there are like, oh my gosh, it's so challenging. And then other people you speak to are like, it's not that big of a deal. So we're not 100% clear on the specifics, but it definitely, I would say it does the non-challenging trail. I don't think it involves as much of this like climbing on rocks. I do think the challenging trail does. You do not need to be 18 for it. You don't even need to, I don't think you need to be the most physically fit person, but like you should know going into it that there will be climbing. So if you're like super like, oh my gosh, I don't want that, then it's probably not for you.
Okay,
Wendy,
so
we'll
I
go
don't need to bring
together. We'll be fine. We'll do it together. We got this. We got this.
So, but I'm not
sure.
packing hiking boots, and I shouldn't plan on wearing sandals. Like good sneakers, I'm good.
Sneakers,
Exactly.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally.
So it's not through the water, Lauren? There's no water through that hike.
So I don't think, I'm going to find out more specific and then email it everybody tomorrow. I think my understanding again is like there's water on both hikes, but I don't think it's required. But there is an area to do, and I'll include this email as well, that like I would suggest that if you want to get wet, then like feel free to wear, whether some people want to wear bathing suits and some people are going to say they want to wear, skirts that they don't care get wet, like that type. But I don't think it's like required to get wet necessarily.
I'm just wondering if natives would be like sufficient, like water shoes, or it's not going to be enough for the rocks.
I'll get an answer on that and email everybody about it tomorrow. Stay tuned. Yeah. I have a feeling that I would say for the more challenging, I would really probably wear, something as long as you feel natives are supportive enough that you can climb on rocks, then go for it. Yeah.
I'm wearing sneakers and I'm going to pack I have these like really flat, thin, like water shoes. I'll just shove them in a backpack or fanny pack or something like that.
Yeah, so that works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what else. anybody would have questions on that nobody's asking right now. The team building on the first day, and I'll include this also, is on the beach. So it's super fun. I'm very excited about it. The person that we hired to do it sounds awesome. And I've heard, amazing things about it. But it is going to be on the beach. We want to take advantage. We're going to Puerto Rico. Like, who wants to be indoors the whole time, So definitely taking advantage of that, but note that as well.
So we should have our beach stuff easily accessible, like from off the plane,
but
because
again,
we will not have checked into our rooms yet.
Exactly. You'll have time to shower and get ready for dinner afterwards because we'll be checking into the rooms right after that. Yeah, absolutely. And then on the last day also, if you're doing the walking tour, like they're definitely in Old San Juan, like I think has more of this like cobblestone feel. So like probably best to wear comfortable shoes for that also. Like you will be walking for a little while. We have a private tour guide, private tour guides. So I would say go comfortable for that also. And you'll have time to shop around there and do your own thing. So yeah, that's that. Anyone else? I'm not sure. Ina's saying that people are being not let into the meeting, but I'm not sure who that could be because I don't see anybody in the waiting room. Okay, I'll deal with it afterwards.
I have a question. Sorry.
Yes.
Sarah. Well, two things. First of all, you're saying we should have access to things in our luggage, for the beach or whatever. I mean, why won't we have access to our rooms? And like, are we going to put everything in so our luggage that us to check, I guess that'll be in the hotel. So I'm just trying to think of the logistics of all of this. So we should pack everything in like a handbag to take with us to the beach, or what we need during the day.
Yeah. So really, I mean, we've actually done trips like this before, so it's actually worked out fine. I would say that you should pack one bag, like your check-in bag. You can put underneath the bus. Then when we get to the hotel, everything's going to come off the bus with you, and your bags will stay in a room until we do check-in. We can't check in when we get there. We're getting there too early. And so the bags will all be put in a room where we have staff members who will be there watching it, etc. Like that's not a concern. But yeah, we won't be able to check in at that point. You won't really need much on the beach, to be perfectly honest. You really don't. I would almost suggest the less you take to the beach, the better. You're going to be very involved in this team building stuff. It's going to be really fun. And so the less you bring, the better. But if you need to bring stuff with you, then certainly, Ina's in, great. Certainly, if you want to bring stuff with you, I would suggest bringing a smaller bag that you want to just throw on your back or throw over your shoulder. And then when you're in the middle of playing, doing something with the team building, then you could just leave it on the side for a second, on a lounge chair or in the sand or whatever it's going to be. But I would say that you should probably bring like a small bag for that. I don't think you want to bring your entire bag out with all your stuff to the beach.
No, but I mean, one has one's handbag with one's
totally.
And
totally.
Why is it that we won't have access to our room until 5 o'clock? Is there a reason for that?
The hotel doesn't have check-in. So most hotels don't have check-in until 4 o'clock. So it happens to be that's just the way that the timing of this works out. When we get there at 1:30, they don't give you access to rooms. Yeah. So
that's very late. I mean, very late. I mean, normally it's 3 o'clock, but
yeah, most hotels. I think, and it happens to be in our experience, it's been 4. But either way, meaning like. Again, part of it also is that we want everybody to be thrown in and meeting each other and having a good time. And I think you'll feel that way on the trip itself. And you will have time, as I said, to go back to your room and to get ready and to, unwind and shower post being on the beach. So I think it'll be fun to just get thrown into the sun really quickly and meet people, etc. But that's just the way the hotel works. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way we do it. Like on our Tampa trip last year, we didn't even go to the hotel. We went straight to the beach from the airport, and it was great. It was awesome.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question about the dance in the evening. Is that going to be happening at the beach as well, or it's going to be indoors?
Indoors.
Okay.
Yeah. The beach is only partially lit at night, it seems. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Otherwise, as I said, feel free to reach out via email. You'll be able to ask questions on the chat, etc. So we promise you we'd end this, within a half an hour. So we'll end this.
Oh,
feel free to reach out.
Hi.
Yes, go for it.
Is it possible to what is the process for extending the hotel?
email Retreat at Project Inspire. I'm not sure we can guarantee that at this point anymore, but you definitely can try to send an email if you haven't already, and we will get back to you if we're able to still accommodate.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Can I quickly echo Amara's question from the chat? If we
Yes.
signed up for one type of hike and want to switch the more moderate or the challenging, is that still possible?
Yes, it shouldn't be a problem.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sure.
Lauren, how many people in total are on the trip?
65 or 66. I don't even remember. I think 66.
Great. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Looking forward.
Okay.
Sounds amazing. Thank you.